In my last video, we discussed a topic that was one of the most difficult things to ever discuss, and it involved Michaela Raines. One of the biggest pillars of that topic revolved around suicide. This incident touched every nerve with me, and without going into details about it, it's because of experiences on both sides of that dark token. The thought of losing someone you love to suicide leaves behind an indescribably awful feeling. On the other side, the feelings of having suicidal ideations also leaves a dark hole inside of you. Even though I can only count a few times on one hand where I experienced those ideations, it's a few times too many, and it's something that never ever should be wished upon any person. Life and death transcend anything and everything, especially something as minute in comparison, such as disagreements and beef on the internet. If you disagree with someone, keep it at that level. Do not do or say things that will compromise or otherwise extinguish a living person. If you do so, you are evil. So much so, there is a special place for you in the lake of fire down in the depths of hell. I've had my fair share of disagreements on topics and people throughout my time online, and it is kept at that as it should be. But never once do I wish or want for bad things to happen to someone. The only thing I would expect out of any mistake in life, including my own mistakes, is simply accountability and nothing more. And that leads me to another point, is that when it comes to my varied pieces of content, the big motivation behind it is accountability. Whatever is said and needs to be put out there, the biggest thing I want to see get pushed is the ability for the subjects of that content to be accountable. Showing you can be accountable shows you are a redeeming person that is worthy of another chance and has the ability to learn from their mistakes. There are exceptions, such as Johnny Somali, for example, who has made an endless streak of mistakes despite having many chances of redemption. It gets to a point in that case where redemption by choice isn't a thing, and the only way for a person like that to learn a lesson is the hard way. Another two big exceptions are abusers and pedophiles. Those are not people. Let me make that clear. People have hearts and souls and can learn right from wrong. But when you cross into the territories of preying on people weaker than you, you are evil. When you target and exploit children for your own perverted excuses, you are evil. I want to make these distinctions very clear. As long as you are not an abuser or a pedophile, you are a person. I don't care how much you disagree with another person, never let those things blind us from the importance of life and reality. There is a person behind the profile of the comments that you read. There is a person behind the characters you see people play in videos. There is a person behind those that may have divisive takes on matters you disagree with. If all of that doesn't make sense, then maybe this will. Would you want to be driven to that point of no return, or have a loved one driven to that point of no return? If your answer is no, then remember that before you open your mouth to hurt someone. A blow with a word strikes deeper than a blow with a sword. Remember that.